Just a bit, but before that I want to understand from you, when you spoke to him, what were the big takeaways? What did he tell you about his relationship with the daughter that he's lost? What were the kind of last conversations that he had?
Well, he came across as an extremely reserved and private person. What he told was Shraddha's childhood memories about how he thought that such a freewheeling spirit like Shraddha's would possibly achieve anything in life. He spoke about how she was the dearest for him among the two children that he has, and that he showered all his love on her, and gave her all the freedom in order to make sure that she could soar high. So in some sense, he says he still does not believe that Shraddha is not around anymore. Though he also says that Shraddha not even once told him about the hardships that he was facing. In fact, he says that Shraddha told him that she had moved to Bangalore with Aftab, whereas Shraddha's friends later informed him that she was very much staying in Virar with Aftab before she moved out to Delhi. So in some sense, we saw that there was a regret that there wasn't communication between the two for the last 2.5 years, that there was a complete breakdown of the communication channels, and that Shraddha did not open up in front of him. He says that at one point she did open up in front of her mother, who she told that Aftab used to abuse her physically. Even then, when Shraddha's mother had informed Shraddha's father, they had tried to intervene in this. In fact, there's one very important nugget that he put forth, and that's possibly the first time he has spoken about it to any journalist. He told about an incident where his entire family had gone to Aftab's residence to meet the parents, and how the family not just insulted them and asked them to leave, but the family of Aftab Poonawala's asked them to not return and to not talk again. So in some sense, there seems to be a lot of anger, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, that any kind of intervention that he tried at that particular point did not really work out, and he was completely unaware of the kind of hardship she was facing.
True, Vinaya. A lot of important details now coming out. Let's in fact play out that exclusive conversation that my colleague Vinaya has had with Shraddha's father. Let's listen in.
एक हफ्ते भर पहले आपने मीडिया से बात की, आप उप मुख्यमंत्री से भी जाके मिले, आपने क्या मांग की उनसे?
मैंने यही कहा कि देखिए, ये इस बारे में तो आप जल्दी से जल्दी उसको फास्ट ट्रैक में केस डाल के ये उसको कड़ी से कड़ी मतलब फांसी की सजा ही होनी चाहिए, और शायद उसके घर वाले भी ये सब कुछ जानते थे, तो उनके बारे में भी सोच लीजिए। और ये जो मुझे दिक्कत हुई आज तक जो कंप्लेंट के बारे में, उसके ऊपर भी थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिए। तो उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, हम लोग सब यही करने वाले हैं, आप निश्चिंत रहिए, उसको फांसी दिलाएंगे, और जो भी इंक्वायरी करनी है वो भी हम लोग करेंगे। इसके लिए मैंने ये गवर्नमेंट को एक पूछा है कि इसके ऊपर भी सोच विचार कीजिए कि 18 साल के बाद ये जो व्यक्ति स्वतंत्र है उसके ऊपर भी निर्बंध लगना चाहिए।
और क्या डिमांड की आपने गवर्नमेंट से?
मैंने एक और डिमांड की है कि ये जो मोबाइल ऐप्स है उसके ऊपर भी कुछ कंट्रोल कीजिए, जो आजकल की नई जनरेशन को बिगाड़ रही है, उसके ऊपर भी जरा ध्यान दीजिए।
आपने उस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में ये भी कहा कि धर्म प्रसार का काम होना चाहिए। आपने प्रेस से बात करने के बाद आज हफ्ते भर में हम देख रहे हैं कि महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने इस केस के सहारे इस केस का नाम लेते हुए ये कहा है कि अब उन्होंने एक पैनल बनाया है सरकार ने, जो इंटरफेथ मैरिजेस की जो कोई भी केसेस हैं उनमें देखेंगी। तो क्या आपको लगता है कि आपकी जो मांग थी उसको कहीं ना कहीं सरकार ने सुन लिया है?
जी हाँ, मुझे ऐसा ही लग रहा है कि शायद इसी की वजह से आज ये सरकार ने बड़ा कदम लिया है, और मुझे अच्छा भी लग रहा है कि शायद श्रद्धा के वजह से आज आखिरकार कुछ तो आगे वाली पीढ़ी को फायदा होगा। तो मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि आज महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट ने यह डिसीजन लिया हुआ है।
क्या आपको लगता है कि आपकी डिमांड के बाद उन्होंने ये कदम लिया?
मुझे ऐसा ही लग रहा है, जिस दिन मेरा ये प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ उसी दिन वो महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट ने ये डिसीजन लिया, तो मुझे ऐसा लगा है कि ये शायद मुझे ये मेरा ये जो वाकया हुआ उसी के बाद ये महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट ने डिसीजन लिया है।
इंटरफेथ मैरिज को लेके आपने उस वक्त सरकार से क्या गुहार लगाई थी?
समझे?
आपने क्या मांग की थी सरकार से? इंटरफेथ मैरिजेस को लेकर आपने सरकार से क्या मांग की थी, जिसकी वजह से आज हम देख रहे हैं कि महाराष्ट्र सरकार ने इतना बड़ा निर्णय लिया है?
नहीं, मैंने उसके बारे में तो कुछ मांग नहीं की। मैंने इतना ही कहा था कि धर्म जागृति भी होनी चाहिए, ये मेरी मांग थी। तो बस मतलब जो हिंदू धर्म है वो जो बच्चों को पढ़ाना चाहिए, वो भी उनका हक बनता है कि वो भी पढ़ाना ही चाहिए। जो अभी शायद बाकी सब धर्मों में ये सब होता है, तो हमारे धर्म में भी क्यों नहीं हो सकता। तो ये मेरी मांग है कि आगे हिंदू धर्म के बारे में भी थोड़ी जागृति होनी चाहिए।
क्या आपके दिल में अभी भी गुस्सा है? आपको क्या लगता है कि इसमें क्या होना चाहिए, पुलिस ने क्या करना चाहिए?
नहीं, मुझे तो गुस्सा ही आ रहा है, क्योंकि ये ऐसा आगे चल के किसी के साथ ना हो, यही मेरी मांग रहेगी। ये जो अभी अगली जनरेशन है उनके लिए कुछ करना चाहिए और ऐसी घटना वापस नहीं हो, इसके बारे में सोचना चाहिए।
Let me continue the conversation with my colleague Vinaya. Vinaya, we played out that exclusive conversation that you've had with Shraddha's father. Understandably, there is anger, there is a lot of regret as well. But he's also lauding the move that has come in from the Maharashtra government post his meeting. How hopeful is he that in the future we'll possibly not see a case like Shraddha because of the formation and the steps that are being taken today?
Well, that is what he hopes for, and he says that in some sense it's a vindication for him because of the stance that he had taken and the demand that he had made that, you know, there should be no other Shraddha in the state or anywhere. Youngsters should be protected. In fact, he has also said that he did expect the government to take up this measure to also make sure that there is some awareness that is spread about one's own religion. So as of now, Shraddha Walkar's father Vikas Walkar sees this whole panel that has been set up by the Maharashtra government as a big step and a measure that has come after his demand and after he met the Deputy Chief Minister. What is also important is that he hopes that through such panels there will be not just the cases which have in the cases of interfaith marriages which will be looked into, but also that the government will possibly take care of spreading awareness about Hinduism as well. So there are 2 to 3 points that he raised with respect to this, but clearly when it comes to the panel, he seemed quite happy that that was announced immediately after he made that demand from the government, and within days after that demand was submitted to the Deputy Chief Minister. Back to you.
Okay, Vinaya, we leave the conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details. We're shifting